Hello everybody, happy Friday night. Welcome to my Zen Den. I am so very glad that you could join me tonight. My name is Mandy VanHavermaet and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! From Gray Eagle, Minnesota. And I am so excited because this week is the week we get to look at the new mini catalog for January to April. And that also means that it's celebration and I could not be happier. It is like my favorite time of year for stamping. Celebration is absolutely the best, and we have got some awesome products for celebration this year. Some really great papers, some really great stamp sets, and I am so excited to be playing with them for the next 2 months. Celebration runs through the end of February, and if you don't know what that is, what it is there is a small catalog of products that you can choose from for free when you purchase other products, other Stampin' Up! Products. So I'm going to flip the camera around here. Oh, and then there's a new catalog. Did I forget to mention there's a new catalog? There's a new catalog. It's only available through April this year, which only means we get to play with it for 4 months, but that is okay. It's got some really great stamp sets in it, and I'm going to be showing you my favorite suite tonight, and I know there's a couple guesses already of what my favorite suite is. So let's flip the camera around and get looking at the celebration and looking at the new mini. Hold on one second. Hello, Sherry. Let's push the right button. There we go. Okay. Oh, we're crooked tonight. Look at that. We're not gonna be crooked when we're looking at stuff, so I promise. Let's flip the camera around. Whew, there's my hand. Man, it's been a week. Do you ever have those weeks? I feel like I'm just playing squirrel all the time. I am like constantly, like I'll start to work on something and then I'll get sidetracked and start working on something else. It's been crazy. Okay, so we've seen the outsides of the celebration catalog and the mini. So much fun. This paper is adorable. This paper is adorable. Sending support stamp set is great. I think I missed one of my very favorite things, the owls, the adorable owls, and the thanks a bunch with the carrots. I've seen some really cool cards. When I saw that stamp set initially, I thought, really? But I have seen some really neat cards, spring cards with that. The papers, so much fun. This stamp set also, I have created a couple of cards with it, and I thought it was going to be kind of it's actually a really fun stamp set. And then of course the Beautifully Happy stamp set that's free with $100. And this pack of paper is also a $100 level, the Dandy Designs. It's a huge pack of paper. There's 48 sheets of paper in there. Really fun, colorful paper. So fun. And then the Hostess set, the Scenic Garden. If you are interested in hosting a party, you can earn this set for free once your party gets to a certain level. So ask me how to earn that if you are interested. And then of course, there's the Join special. If you flip to this back page, we've got the little blue mini, some great joining specials. If you want to join the Stampin' Up! To become a demonstrator, you don't have to sell anything. You can be a hobby demonstrator and sell to your friends, or you can take the deal and never buy another purchase as a demonstrator. So really a good deal there. Okay, let's get to the mini. I want to show you, there's one thing that has changed in the mini catalog above all else, and it's this icon right down here. It says products marked with these icons are available in cling and in photopolymer. What does that mean? That means, and I've got a couple marked here. Let's see. So the Fragrant Flowers stamp set. You can get this stamp set in either a photopolymer or a cling mount stamp set. So you can get the red rubber stamps or the clear mount stamps. So you need to be mindful when you are looking at these stamp sets. There's a few in here. The Silly Goose is also, you can get it in cling or in photopolymer. And the reason why they would do that, the photopolymer, of course, you can see through when you're stamping and you can line them up. So it's definitely like a two-step stamp is always a photopolymer. However, the red rubber a lot of people feel that it has got a better, they like the way that it stamps better. So it's kind of interesting that they've given you a choice. And there's one more that I'll show you, the Around the Bend bundle. That's also got a clear or a cling mount and a photopolymer option. And there might be more in here. This is just a quick glance through to find a few to show you. The rest of the catalog is all pretty much the same. And now I am going to show you my favoriteest suite in the entire catalog. I'm tipped here and I'm not in the right spot. Why didn't somebody tell me? Because I wasn't watching. Okay. My favorite is the Enjoy the Journey bundle. And okay, so the first time I ever looked through a catalog, I look through and I kind of reserve judgment. And then I get towards the end and I go, oh, that's my favorite. This one I couldn't even stop. This was like, nope, this is it. This is my favorite. I like this one. This is the one I like. There are so many reasons why I like it. Number one, the colors. Can you even, I mean, come on. Look at the colors. They're bright and they're fun and they're happy and I love them. Camping. I am a camper. I love camping. I love the outdoors. I love the mountains. My son is a runner. We like bicycling. It's just everything about this suite. I love it. And I love the sentiments. So let's bring it on out. This is the stamp set here. Like I said, I love the sentiments. This moment is a start of something great. You belong among the stars. Mountains of thanks. Wishing you joy in this next adventure. We're in this together, and I'm so inspired by your courage. Fabulous sentiments for graduations, retirements, moving on in a job, a promotion in a job, quitting a job and getting another job. Fantastic. The wild or the mountain flowers, so beautiful. I love these stamps with the grasses and the, I call them wishes. I don't know what you call them. The seeds, seed grass there, some stars, and then the dies. The dies of this set are just so, so cool. I absolutely love them. And the tent, if you notice, the tent has two different, there's an outline and a, like a detailed one. And I just want to show you how those pieces go together. So you have the outline stamp in the back and then a detailed, so it's going to make your tent look a little bit more dimensional. It's really a neat, such a neat, neat set. I just am in total love with it. So we're going to make a card tonight using, oh, hold on. There's paper. There's paper. Let's look at the paper. Let's look at the paper because the paper is very cool. And one of my favorite things when Stampin' Up! Makes paper like this. I'm going to pull my camera up just a little bit here because I feel like I'm down too far. There. How's that? A little better. And now, okay. So when they give us paper where you can split it and make cards with it, I love that. Is this not the most beautiful paper? I mean, I'm just in heaven. I love the mountains. I love the moon. I love everything about it. I love the colors. And the back sides of it, they just make me happy. They make me so happy. This is a piece that we're going to be using tonight to make a sample. And on the back, some beautiful starry sky. Oh, I love it. And this swirly piece with the sky in the background. And some beautiful, just wavy, it's just pretty. Such pretty paper, such fun, happy colors. And a forest. And this one, I love it. I love it, doesn't it? It's just like the mountains. Oh, it's just, I love it. You know what? Maybe we'll use this one tonight. I think we'll use this one tonight. See, this is my problem with this paper, guys. I look at it and I go, I want to use that piece. I want to use that piece. I want to use them all. I want to use them all. The mountains. Oh, the background. I love it. For real. My favorite. I grabbed two of the same ones. So this is the one we're going to use. So that's the designer series paper. This is the one we're going to use tonight. So I am going to bring in my trimmer and let's make a card. And this is really kind of a simple card. What I do when I have a paper like this, almost always I cut it directly in half this way, because the mountains, I want to use each half. So I'm going to maximize it so that I could possibly potentially cut it at 5.5. You know, I could do that, and then I'd get a strip in the middle of that pattern, which would be a great strip. Let's do that. 5.5. Let's cut it right there. So now I've got 3 4 by 5.5 card fronts right there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And the reason I do 5.5 is so that I can do, if I want to, I can do the full height of a regular full-size card. So now I've got this scrap for something which will be easy to use, because that is a really cool scrap of paper. Okay, let's see. Which side should I use? We're going to go with the orange side. But don't worry, I'm going to use that pink side eventually, because that is so cool. Okay, let's go with, I want to use this piece here. This is hard to decide. I'm going to go 3.75. And I'm going to trim this off. I'm going to trim the bottom off. And I'm going to go at 5 inches. So I've got another little scrap. I can use that on the inside of my card. I can use that somewhere. I'm not really worried. Okay, so I've got that piece right there. Now, I am going to bring in a card base that is basic black. This is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored down the center at 4 1/4. And I've got 2 pieces of basic white. Both of them are 4 by 5 1/4. So this is just a straight up basic card, right? I've also got, see what happens when I clean my desk? It's a bad situation, I'm telling you. I had a piece of basic black back here. Well, let's find another, because I've got it. Let's find some basic black. It's probably going to be, nope. Okay. It wasn't just sitting there. Let's cut another one. And as soon as I cut this, I'm going to find my other one here. I'm going to cut it at 4 inches so that I have enough to trim off. And you'll understand what I mean by that in just 1 second. Okay, let's bring in my dies. So, in your dies, you have this little weird one right here. And what this is actually, it's an edge. So it's going to cut kind of our Rocky Mountain ledge here. And so what I'm going to do is, let's see, how do I want my mountain to be? And this is basically what you've got to decide. You've got to decide if you want like a ledge going down, right? So it's going to be, this is going to be your rock ledge. So do you want your ledge going down? Do you want it kind of just a bumpier terrain? Kind of like that. How do you want it? So I'm going to be using the runner. So I'm going to use kind of a more of a rock, like just a rocky terrain. I don't want to use a mountain necessarily. Okay, so I'm going to cut that on my cut and emboss machine. And like I said, I'm just going to make kind of a rockier terrain. Okay, and now I have, because of this set, I have kept just a piece of basic black, and I've got a piece of the adhesive sheet. And I'm just keeping this in my pack of basic black. So I'm going to put that on my cut and emboss machine also, or on my plate. And like I said, I'm going to do a runner because I want a runner guy. By the way, it is my runner guy son's birthday today. He is 14. He's my baby. He's 14 years old. So we're making him a runner card. That's another reason I really liked this set. Okay, so now I'm going to put my top plate on, and I'm going to run this through my cut and emboss machine. It all shifted when I moved over here. I wiggled. Okay. Okay, so when I ran it through my cut and emboss machine, this is what happens. It just cut my little piece there. So it's a rocky ledge. Pretty neat, huh? And so like I said, if you wanted it to be more like that, you would just tilt your Thinlit, whichever way you want it to be, or your die. And so now we've got my little runner man. My little runner man. We're just gonna poke him right out. And now he's a sticker, so he's just going to stick right on. All right, let's put him back so I don't lose him, because that could happen. This is a lot of dies. There are a lot of dies in this set. And so let's put this guy back too. Look at me being so organized. Whew. Okay, so this piece is just scrap now. So now I cut it a little wide, and I know that this piece was 3.75. This piece was 4. That's just so I can trim it. So I can place this where I want it to be and trim what I want to trim off, right? So this is how I'm going to place him. Let's put a sentiment right there. This is a moment, the start of something. This moment is the start of something great. Easy for me to say. Wishing you joy in this next adventure. I think that's what I'm going to, or I'm so inspired by your courage. Gosh. Let's do the courage one. This would be a great set though, I think, for graduation cards, especially for some of the kids that are runners and things like that. Oh, that is going to be perfect. Fairly simple, but perfect. Love it. So I need a block. I've got a block. I was thinking I have a block. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to be using some Memento Black ink. And I have not tested this stamp yet, so let me grab a piece of scrap to make sure that it prints out, stamps out okay. Because sometimes a new photopolymer doesn't get a good image, and if it doesn't, this is what my trick is. I usually will take it and just kind of rub it. It sometimes seems to have like a film on them. This one wasn't bad. Let's try it again. Beautiful. This one is a little bit better. You can see just a little bit better. This one's got a couple holes and like the edges are a little goofy. This one's a lot crisper. So that's a trick when you start out with a new stamp, a photopolymer stamp. I've never really had that problem with a rubber stamp, but there you go. So I'm so inspired by your courage. What a great card. What a great sentiment. There we go. So let's adhere it all down and build our card. So I am going to put just a little bit of adhesive on there. Just like that. And then let's trim it off. For real, isn't that like one of the funnest patterns ever? It's so hard to cover that up. Okay, so now remember this, I used a adhesive sheet, so he's just a sticker. There we go. How cool. Oh, so neat. This is like the most ridiculously easy card ever. Okay, so let's put that down onto our white. Yes, I was just looking realistically for this. That was right by my hand. I'm telling you, it's been terrible. Like, seriously, my brain has been so scattered. I think I'm just on like a Christmas, I'm getting better, but I'm like on a Christmas hangover or something. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's fold and burnish our base. Is that not just so striking? Seriously. I don't even think I'm going to put any embellishments on there. I don't think it needs any embellishments. Sometimes less is more, and this card definitely does not need much more. We could put a moon back there if we wanted to do that, but I just don't think I need it. Yeah, I really just like it like that. If we had, or I know I do have some stamps that you could type, print, seriously, stamp. Talking is tough. Stamp good luck on the inside or something like that. You know what? I could have, if I would have been thinking, I would have made this 3.75 and done that. But that's what I get for not thinking. I would have just trimmed off 3/4, but I don't want to put a sticky paper through my... There we go. Isn't that is just the coolest card. And this is the card that inspired me. This is what I made the first time I opened this set. And that was just a different piece of the paper, different sentiment, but in the biker instead. So you can see how I made this is the same die. If you look, this shape is this rock right here, is this rock right here. So it's the same die, just tipped on there a little bit different. I love them both. I love them both. They're so cool. So that's my favorite. That's my favorite suite and stamp set out of the catalog. Let me flip the camera around. It's the end of the year shutdown. It really is the end of the year shutdown, Joanne. I'm telling you, it's been something else, I tell you. All right. Okay, so a few things that I want to share with you before we say goodbye tonight. First off, I've got some classes starting to fill up on the calendar. The first one will be in Swanville on the 15th of January. We're going to be having 2 classes, one at 11 and one at 1 in Swanville at Theory Clothing Co. That invitation is out on Facebook, so feel free to join us for that. I've got some community ed classes scheduled in Melrose, so you can check out the Melrose School District website for that information. Let's see here. I've got Stamp Camp in Sauk Center. This is all off the top of my head. Stamp Camp in Sauk Center on Saturday, February 4th. So that is coming up. Paper Share is still open. The registration for that, $50. If you have any questions, please get a hold of me. That registration is open until the 15th of January. So let me know if you are interested in that. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you back here next Friday night. Thanks. Bye-bye. I didn't say goodbye. I flipped the camera on. How about we finish? I can do this. Woo!